Hey now, it's the Rob from 106.1 KISS FM alongside my broadcast colleague.
Hey, it's Eric Cornish from 99.5 WKDQ. Welcome to the Enhancement Talent Monday edition. It's been a big week in wrestling, it seems like, at least outside of the on-TV product.
Over the weekend, it seemed like there was really just one news story that everybody was talking about, at least on the sites that I go to.
All right, well, so let's start with that. Let's talk about the big topic. It looks like WWE stock has dropped big time after WWE has signed their TV deal with NBC Universal for far less than they thought. Looks like the network has underperformed what they thought, which is a surprise to me. And Vince McMahon personally has lost $350 million in one day. Question is, should they be worried? Is that trouble for WWE?
Well, yes and no. I mean, you never want to see the product get devalued. You never want to see your stock price go down. However, it's foolish to think that it's never going to. And it is usually after busy news days and oftentimes after what you would think of as positive news days where things will start to go down. When companies make big announcements, big positive announcements, oftentimes people sell. For whatever reason, that's kind of the way it works. Is it anything to be worried about? Internally, maybe, you want to keep making sure your product is at its best. I think a lot of people worry that the network may get the product to be complacent, I guess. Now's not the time to be complacent. Now's the time where you want to grip everybody. And you did mention, I just want to say real quickly, that the WWE Network is underperforming. And I guess it is kind of slightly, although I think that their 1 million goal by 2015 is still attainable.
I think so, too.
Not saying it's going to happen, but we're about 67% of the way there.
I don't think they need to worry about it. I think the WWE is in far better situation now than they were, say back in the mid-'90s when things did look bleak for them. I don't think they're in danger of shutting down in any means. I think they could be looking for some restructuring, what you got to do is put out good content. They're doing that on the network, and I think they'll be okay.
You live by the stocks, then you die by the stocks too. And not that Vince McMahon has died by the stocks, but sometimes you're going to have good days, you're going to have bad days too. Obviously, he had a bad day this weekend. That's just kind of the way it is. And while I hate the word cyclical because it's so cliche in the world of wrestling, it happens to be true though too. It rises and it falls. It has peaks and it has valleys, and I think that they're going to be okay. I don't think much is going to change because of this.
What else are you thinking about in the world of wrestling these days?
Well, I was thinking about how long it's been since I've actually cared about Smackdown.
Good point.
And I was thinking that, is that a show you watch regularly? Because I haven't watched it regularly in almost a decade.
I don't. I really don't. I probably shouldn't, but I do read the spoilers ahead of time. If it is intriguing, I'll go back and watch it. But more times than not, I'm so busy on Friday and got the kids at home. Monday's my day I sit around and watch wrestling. By Friday, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm focused on other things in the family. So I don't really watch SmackDown. So that's a good point.
Here are two things that the WWE could do to get me to care about SmackDown. Number one is go live, which I hear is a possibility, and technically they have the ability to. I would love to see them do that. I don't care about the show because it's pre-taped. That's one reason. Number two is, over the past 10 years, they've really positioned it as the B show. When I was in high school and SmackDown was new, it was not a B show. You had all your A-level talent and all your main event storylines happening on both shows. That doesn't happen anymore. But they could make me care again if they did things like that.
And I think they're even trying to do some of the same stuff with main event now. I think they're focused on shows like that where people have to go to the network to watch them. So you'll put matches on there like Cesaro and Sheamus, or you'll put John Cena on there talking about the Wyatt family when he didn't appear on Raw. So I think that's what they're focused on now. I don't think SmackDown is that focus, but I think going live would be a big step in the right direction for SmackDown. So we've got. I think for sure that's what they need to do. I think SmackDown would do better in that realm. So
I'll even say this before we shut this one down. I'm less excited for. Isn't Raw coming from England tonight?
Yes.
So Raw's going to be pre-taped tonight. I care about it incredibly less because it's pre-taped.
I try not to read the spoilers ahead of time for this one.
I won't read the spoilers, but knowing that they can iron out stuff, I hate that. I want to watch the live show. And 50 out of 52 weeks, it's usually a live show. So I'm okay with that. But these 2 weeks where they're over from overseas, I mean, they can be fun shows because they are. They do have a different flavor about them in England. But I don't like that they're pre-taped.
And speaking of Raw tonight, in part 2, we'll talk about where we go from here with Daniel Bryan and his neck injury, and some news concerning Mick Foley, and who knows what else we may come up with. This is